Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to do a basic knit stitch. I've already been knitting here for a little while. I have about between 1.5 inches and 2 inches in length. This is for a beverage cozy, the same as we would be doing in class. And I'm almost done the width of knitting that I need, but of course I have to show you how to do a knit stitch. How could you knit without it? So this is my needle that has all of my stitches on it. This is my empty needle. What I have to do is get all of my stitches from this needle to the empty one, and that's how I get a new row. So I have all of them lined up here, and I bring them up close to the end, to the tip. Now, of course, your first row, after you did your casting on, like in the previous video, is going to be very, very, very small. It's going to look teeny tiny. You have to make sure before you knit, before the beginning of every row, just like I said in the last video, that you have to line everything up. If they're all twisted up around and kind of like bunched up like this and that kind of stuff, it's not going to work. So you have to make sure that you're all lined up. Okay, here we go. So, what I do is I have the needle with all the knitting on it in my left hand, the empty needle in my right. The needle in my right hand, I'm going to put inside the stitch. So what I do is I'm going to hook it underneath this loop here. And it goes in behind it to make an X. I'll show you like this. Like this. Now, I'll show you one more time how it goes in. It's all lined up, so I'm not like sticking it down in here or inside this loop here. I want it inside this particular loop. So put it in and put it behind to make an X shape. Take a look at it from the top. Just like that. Now, I keep my wool that's coming off of my ball of yarn in my right hand. To make sure that I have it the right tension, I give a little tug, a little pull, and I have the wool kind of wrapped around my right hand, whatever way is comfortable for you. Take it, right hand, you're going to wrap it around the back of your back needle, like that. So I'll show you one more time. It's in my right hand. Wrap it around the back, like that. You can see now, there. Give it a little tug, and I hold it in place. That is going to be the wool for my new stitch. Everything else now is done with my pointer fingers. So I'm going to take my pointer finger on my left hand and push the back needle down. I'm going to take it, push it down, push it down, push it down. When I push it down, I'm going to make sure that I brush it along my other needle like this here. So I'll show you again. Push it down, push it down, push it down. Brush it along my other needle in between those two stitches there. See that? And I'm going to push that forward now. After that, take my pointer finger on my right hand, push that needle down and pull it off. I now have my new stitch transferred over to this needle. So how do I keep going? I do the same procedure over. Take this needle, put it inside stitch. See in the X. Wrap around, give a tug, push down, brush it forward in between those two stitches, pull it off. Sometimes you have to push it up along your needle to help it out, that's fine. Inside the stitch, wrap around, a little tug, push it down so it brushes along, pull it off. Inside the stitch, wrap around, a little tug, push it down, brush it forward, pull it off. As I'm doing it, I'm making sure that I'm keeping the stitches at the right tension. I'm not pulling it or making it too tight. My mother calls me a white knuckle knitter. She says I knit too tight sometimes. which sometimes I do. I had to work on that for a long time, making sure that I didn't knit too tight. You also want to make sure that you're not knitting too loose so that it doesn't fall off your needles. Now I'm going a bit fast for you now probably, but you can always pause or slow things down or go back to the beginning of the video to see the steps again. I just wanted you to see me do the entire row so that you know how to do the next one. Of course, there's all kinds of other stitches. You make purl stitches, which I might post a video with that later if you want to make some different types or some different patterns. Knitting is a great way to pass the time if you're bored, stuck in the house, which we kind of all are right now, aren't we? There we go. Got a few left. The more practice you have, of course, the faster you will get. If you're going really slow, that's fine. A few stitches left to the end of the row.
There's Booze and
Isaac. Of course, Isaac is here. You gonna say hello?
Hello.
He's sitting right next to me. Always very interested in what I'm up to. Okay, almost done. So I'm going to slow the last few down so you can see it one more time. And as this needle is getting full, I pull it down. Okay, so inside the stitch, make my X, wrap around, give a tug, push the needle down, brush it forward in between those two stitches, pull it off. Put it inside, wrap around, tug, push it down and forward, pull it off.
No.
X, wrap around, give a tug, push it down and then forward and pull it off. Last one. You do it exactly the same way. Pull it off. There. Now, we've transferred it all to this needle. Line it all up. Bring it over, put it back in your left hand. Straighten it all out. And you're ready to start the process over. It's as simple as that. Like I said, I'll show you some more in another video how to do purl and stockinette if you're so interested. And share with me what you're knitting. I would love to see it. If you want to do a beverage cozy first, then do a beverage cozy like we would have in class. And then you can make all kinds of things. Anyway, happy knitting. See you later.